back. If I walked around on the Upper West Side trying to be Tony like that, I would have my face caved in a minute. It wouldn't work for me the way it works for you. We were just in the commercial break. We just started talking about Grease. Mm-hmm. And one of the things about that, I have a very visceral memory when that movie came out of Grease, because it came out and I was a camp counselor. Mm-hmm. And all the girls at this camp were singing the songs constantly, and I was their counselor, and they hated that I wasn't you. They were like, who's this guy? Why do we have to hang out with this guy? And I was like, girls, I'm cool too, you know. But it wasn't working. People have such a visceral response to that. What's it like for you wherever you... I mean, there's a lot of celebrities who run away from a hit like that. They don't want to be too associated with it. You've embraced it. People must be asking you all the time to sing the songs, and you do.
I do, because it's like having, you know, a comedian has a joke in their back pocket, they always know it works.
Right.
Well, I could be anywhere, and I just say, I got chills, they're multiplying. And like, it's an old trick in the back pocket.
It's nice to have that, but it's nice that you don't have this, like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. That was in the past.
Yeah, that's the foundation of my career. It's the blueprint.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's... We were talking about... You know, thinking about there are famous roles that you turned down.
Yes.
Officer and a Gentleman was offered to you, and you turned it down. Splash was offered to you, and you turned it down. And you don't have regrets about turning those projects down.
No, the only regret I ever had was Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind, because that was important.
You know, we're working on a time machine. We could get you there, and you could do it. Yeah. Do you ever look at classic movies and think, I want that role? I mean, everyone must do that, but I wish I could be... you know, that role. And I mean, Gone with the Wind is one, I guess.
Yeah.
But
no, there's a lot of them. Except that I'm such a fan of other people's that if I envy it too much, then I don't get the pleasure of enjoying them as a fan. So I tend to create my own stuff.
Right.
And enjoy others as a fan.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And hey, you know, with the things I turned down, other major stars were born. Right.
So if it weren't for you, there would be no Tom Hanks or Richard Gere. Do you ever call them up and say, I made you? Is this Travolta again? No! Then they call you back. So you have caller ID. Let's talk about Be Cool. We saw this movie last night, and it's a lot of fun. And the thing that strikes you about this movie is that everybody's in it. Everybody, I mean... There's just so many great cameos in the film that you come to a certain point where you think, who else did they get to be in here? Like, there are people showing up. I don't want to give anything away, but it just seems like you got a lot of people to play along.
The nice thing is that everyone in it is doing their special talent, and some are surprised. I think Andre 3000 is a complete surprise. He's a brilliant comedian.
Very funny guy, yeah.
I think The Rock is hilarious and a surprise.
Right.
And everyone is doing what they do best in this movie. And I'm very proud of all of them.
And it's also one of the things I thought is it must be kind of a nice role for you, Chili, because he's so cool and self-contained that we saw the movie and I noticed afterwards that you're always sitting or... You know, or just staring at people and giving them a slight smile. There's not a lot of exertion in this role. There's not a lot of you getting crazy and running around and screaming.
Well, he has to balance all that craziness.
Yes, yeah.
Of course, he's gone from the movie industry now into the record industry, where it's even nuttier.
Right.
And that even stabilizes him more, because these are people he's more familiar with, the gangsters and things.
Right.
He's comfortable with. So
right.
it even stabilizes him more, like a Bond character would. Around, you know, all those kinds of characters.
Right. Well, Chili's one of the few people that could go into the record industry and be comfortable with how, you know, how dangerous and violent it can be.
Yeah, and the more dangerous, the more comfortable he is.
Right. Right. Well, we have a clip here from Be Cool. What do we need to know about this clip?
Well, this is.
I think this is when you walk in to visit the Russian mafia.
These Russians. I witnessed a murder of Uma's husband, and they want me out of the picture.
Right.
So this is my. Telling them what for.
Okay.
The way only Chili can.
Well, let's take a look at this clip from Be Cool.
You go now.
Is that chest hair real? Roman, look at me. The next time you send someone over to kill me, make sure I'm home. Have a nice day.
That was painful to watch. That's why I wax. I have my chest waxed every day, so no one can ever do that to me.
Me too, I trim.
Yeah, that was more than anybody wanted to know about either of us. Be Cool opens March 4th, and real pleasure to have you on the show.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for being here. John Travolta. We'll be right back. Shannon Elizabeth coming up. Stick around.